It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's one of the globe's most famous football venues, but this crowd of 60,000 plus is gathered to watch a different type of football. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Welcome in, football fans. Thanks for joining us. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you, and Brock, on paper, it's not quite the competitive contest that everyone hopes for each week, but projections have us heavily tilted towards one sideline here.
One thing that is cool, Kate, it's been really easy to rally together this week.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're underway from Tottenham Hotspur. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
Kate, I don't know how many people know the story of Gardner Minshew and how close he was to becoming a GA and coaching. Mike Leach got on the phone with him and said, hey, why don't you take one more swing at this thing? Come out to Pullman, Washington, and lead my pirate ship. And all he did with that mustache was light the college football world on fire. And all he's been in the NFL with multiple organizations is that same spark plug that just makes something happen.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, this is White. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd down run from White. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Minshew on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First and 10, it's a give to White. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, Minshew escapes the pocket. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Man in motion here. Minshew now on 3rd down. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He fires one deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Now Nix on third down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Play action with Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. They'll throw again. Nix. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And they get this down to the 28. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Going left side, Williams with it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with Williams. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On third down, here's Nix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Bertolet able to knock it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, Minshew. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They motion the tight end over. Running on second with White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's a 3-3 game. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Here's White again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They snap it. Here's Minshew. He connects downfield on 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Out of the gun, Minshew. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
The throw again on second down here. Minshew. Pass caught. 9-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. 60 by 6, 60 by 6. Track 60.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Into traffic, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing here, Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he gets him around 6 there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
70 Lions. Alert! Alert!
On second down, a run with Williams. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
60 Gtowncapp.
Throw on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First and 10 now from the 30. Minshew working from the gun. He's on the move. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
From the 36. Rolling left, buying some time. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Raiders pushing for points. Third and just 2 to go. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring up fourth down. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Fourth down, drive on the line with this snap. They send a receiver in motion right. Minshew to throw on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They've been leaving him open, and that is something they're going to have to button up in the near future, Brock, considering the type of start this guy is having.
Yeah, this running back's making all sorts of friends with his buddies in his offensive huddle. Enemies on the other side, but this kind of production means everybody's going to get to eat today.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing on first is Minshew. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. Back to throw, Minshew. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Motioning him from the slot right. From the 18 on 2nd down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Motioning Myers right. 3rd and short. Here's Minshew. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. But that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Broncos get the football, not a lot of time left in the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos managed to tie this game. It's 13-all. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one bounced bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders going to get the football one final time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Minshew on first down. He beams one deep right side. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Put a gold star on the grade sheet for that defensive coverage, even with plenty of time to throw it. That defense never gave the QB a lane to complete it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the shotgun, Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Minshew setting up to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball left side. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now it's back across the Atlantic to our studios in sunny Orlando, Florida. Let's hear from Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap to Nix. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Nix from the gun. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. They put a receiver in motion right. He's back to throw. He throws a bullet to the wide open down the field, and he has it! And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A handoff for Williams, running left. On the move into the red zone. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Javonte Williams, the touchdown! Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They find themselves trailing 20-13 after that score. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle, here goes White. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from the 41. The give now to White. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Sent down by Cody Barton. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Coming left is White. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Riley Moss with that tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
White trying this straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
First and 10, Minshew. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10. Minshew to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders start the second half with some needed points. Brock Bowers the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders tie this game up. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Broncos running their offense out once again. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. He's contained at the line for no gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19, Charger. 19, Charger. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
Nix. Finds Mims. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock, and hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll get it up to the 44. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Warriors 70, 60 backward. Trap 60. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete to Mims.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the 4th. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Look at my team. I'm not quiet.
A handoff to Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Broncos take a fourth-quarter lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. First and 10 now from the 30. Makes the handoff. Now Minshew. He lets a heater go deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders now trail by just a point in the 4th. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. All set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3-and-out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Here we go on 4th. Nix. That's cut beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. Working quickly here. Second and 10 now. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Offense up to the line fast. He'll throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it. Always doing.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Broncos in range for a game-winning score. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 21. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Let's go.
To throw. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have taken the lead late. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. Still time to go, Bronc, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That's P.J. Locke. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game. Worked through his progression. Nobody available. And by the time he checked it down to the back, ooh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks, too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
On the handoff, this is Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Reload, reload.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. On third down, here's Williams. And he's able to drive up past the 40. The defense takes its third and final timeout. Broncos looking at a punt on fourth down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Raider football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. On the move, headed right. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Now they send their back in motion right. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running right, it's Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So it's a win for the Broncos. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Broncos are winners as we say cheerio from London.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best? Going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game. That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in England. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Throwing first play is Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 32 yards for J.K. Dobbins. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
19 tight. Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Set go.
Now it's Nix. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60.
Here's Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. able to knock that one away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
In motion, the tight end.
Hey, go Lion. Let's go. 5-9. Go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Being chased out left.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Go. Hey, Kappa.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, Ram. Hey, go orange. Crowd right.
Herbert back to the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Herbert, quick pass out wide, and he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Right. 21. Go.
Here's Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
To throw, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go, set. Set to the left, set to the left. Ready?
Deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Go. Ray. Hey, no lock. Let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
5-9. Go. Hey, Kappa. Set.
Here's Herbert. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Nix to the air. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, 52 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Herbert now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Hey, go Lion. Set. Let's go. 5-9. Let's go. Ready.
Herbert. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Hey, Kappa.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
12. Hold me to right. 21. Set.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chuck. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18.
Baylor Tiger. 59. Go. Ray. Baylor Tiger.
Back to throw. Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Dobbins trying the left side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the... penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And now they'll shift things around. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing Nix to the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw is Nix. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback
And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Herbert going to change the play here.
Throw left side, complete. That's Johnston. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Finds Johnston.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Kappa. Hey, Ram. Hey, we go orange.
Operating from the gun.
Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Crowd right. Set. Stay with tight. 12.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Homie took right. 21. Set.
Now it's Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Lad McConkey.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now stands at 13.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll air this one out for Mims. And this is caught at the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Let's go now. 18 left. 18 left. 18 right. 19 right.
Now it's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go street. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
A final shot before break. Nix. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this is no good. Close, but he misses. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they'll change things up. Here's Nix. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go, set. Viking 18. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Bronco switch.
Now Williams running left. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line.
19 Tiger. 69. Trap 60. Track 60.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. That one complete to McConkey.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. A handoff running left is Dobbins.
Oh, some strong running. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hey, go Lions. Let's go, let's go. 5-9.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Hey, Kappa.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Lad McConkey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Nix.
A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
To throw, here's Nix.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go with Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Looking to throw. Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now an audible here into something else. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Nix from the shotgun.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's go now. Top 7.
Nix looking to throw again. This one swung out to Williams.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nix to the air.
Steps away to his left. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Home to right. 21. Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. 59. 59. Set.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd. Welcome back now here in London. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side. That's McConkey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 88 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Gus Edwards, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 19-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Certainly not the best of throws that time from the rookie QB.
And now he'll need the support from the home crowd and the hometown fans, because they know they've got a gem here. They know they've got a good player, but there will be mistakes along the way. They will have to show some patience in order to help him along.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this state.
Now the ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Crowd right. Baylor tight.
They'll try the air now with Herbert.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
To throw is Nix.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Here's Nix once more.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now it's Nix. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Throwing Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Herbert now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Go.
They snap it to Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's stay 19. Check smash. Check smash. 18 left.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
5-9. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?